Hey, my name is Elliott, and I'm here today to talk to you about this new paperback edition of Walls, which is absolutely gorgeous, that Algonquin put out. I'm going to read to you a little bit from it, but first, just a little bit about it. It's set in Berlin in 1961, when that city was the epicenter of Cold War frictions between Soviet Russia and the United States, and also rife with 007 style espionage back and forth across the line. It stars two cousins, one a U.S. Army military teenager whose father has just been posted with the Berlin Brigade, and his cousin, an East Berliner who has been raised up in communist anti-American dogma. The question being whether these two boys can come to trust one another before it's too late and the wall will go up, ultimately caging millions of East Berliners for 28 years. Their friendship carries dangers for both of them. For Matthias, it brings unwanted attention from the Spitzel, or the neighborhood spies for the Stasi secret police. And for Drew, it raises a question about whether his dad could potentially be a security risk. Could he be turned by a KGB agent because he's friendly with communists? The boys will connect, as teenagers always do, through music, but during the Cold War, music was seen as the ultimate danger coming from the West. So this scene starts it's in Matthias's house. Drew has gone to visit him there. Matthias is speaking. My time with you has been noticed. Someone reported me to the FDJ, the Jugendfreund. They summoned me to a tribunal to be judged. My friends. He ran his hand through his mop of blonde curls. They said my hair was a mess, a sign of, he made quotation marks, an amoral bourgeois disregard for the seriousness of learning and workers' dignity. Having pimples, he tugged self-consciously on his collar, did not show the cleanliness expected of FDJ members. They were going to expel me unless I repented and confessed. To what? Drew asked. Culture barbaret, being corrupted by Americans, your unclean imperialist music, the evil virus coming from the West. He suddenly burst into unnervingly sharp gallows humor laughter. Saying it aloud makes it sound insane, Drew said. Matthias nodded, a rueful smile on his face. After a moment, a mischievous, even mutinous look filled his eyes. He checked his watch. From under his bed, he pulled a bright orange, hand-sized transistor radio. Signal is clear now, he said. Where'd you get that? Trash bins in the capitalist West when I was visiting you. Matthias wiggled his eyebrows playfully. The antenna is broken, but it works. Matthias spun the dial. AFN, the American Forces Network radio, crackled into the room. Good evening, Berlin. Here's a brand new record that's sweeping folks off their feet all over the United States, and boy, oh boy, is it a toe tapper. Bouncy music replaced the announcer's voice as the singer, famous for the twist, sang out, It's pony time. Get up. At first, dancing on his toes to be as quiet as possible to prevent any neighborhood informant overhearing, Matthias still gyrated with a recklessness that stunned Drew. It was more than a kid's war dance of defiance. There was a despair on his face, too, that Drew instinctively recognized, the soul-rattling anger and disappointment any teenager feels when his heroes reveal themselves to be full of baloney, or even to be villains. His frenzy growing, Matthias started whooping and stomping. Come on, he shouted, laughing wildly. This was dangerously loud, but Drew did a rendition of the twist to keep his cousin company, even though he could tell it was almost as if he wasn't in the room. Matthias was completely absorbed in his own shake, rattle, and roll of disobedience. The song ended. Winded, Drew and Matthias stood panting, grinning, eyeing one another, triumphant and unapologetic, like boys who'd gotten away with a tremendous prank against a cruel headmaster. Then Matthias turned off the radio. Suddenly, he looked scared, really scared. I hope you'll read the book. The boys go through a lot of dangers together. It was a real privilege for me to be able to feature an American Army teenager posted overseas during the Cold War and their resilience and bravery. And honestly, to be able to give you a show rather than tell drama, humanizing the politics and propaganda and cruel kind of censorship of the Cold War and Russia's longstanding antipathy to Western democracies. If you want to learn more about the history contained in the book, please go to my website, lmelliott.com, and thank you so much for reading.